Good morning / afternoon / evening / night. My name is Suranj Dugo, and today we'll be working on a problem about theoretical probability. So, the question is, you've been asked to choose a site for a 3-day outdoor concert in June. You can choose Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, or Calgary. If it rains, the concert will be cancelled. Use a statistics area for each city on www.weathernetwork.com or another weather related site to determine the best location. Create a report justifying your choice of city using what you know about probability to make your case. So first we'll be writing down the statistics. So first, there are 30 days in June and we need 3 days. And not any 3 random days in June. We need 3 consecutive days. So 30 divided by 3 equals to 10. That means there can be 10 consecutive there can be 10 groups of 3 consecutive days for the concert in June. So what we're going to be doing is, instead of finding how many days it rained and everything, we're going to be finding how many groups of 3 consecutive days it did not rain in June from those 4 cities. So I've opened up the sites of the weather network. So let's start off with Montreal, and we're going to be using a chart. So we're going to be comparing last year's June of all 4 cities. So on the 1st it rained, 2nd it rained, and the 3rd and 4th it did not rain, but on the 5th it rained. So then, since it rained on the 2nd and the 5th, it can't be 3 consecutive days. On the 6th it did not rain, 7th it did not rain, but again on the 8th it rained. So 5th and 8th it rained, so that cancels out the consecutive 3 days. And on 9th and 10th it also rained, but then 11th it did not rain. But then that's not 3 consecutive days it did not rain, so no. 13th it did not rain, 14th it did not rain, but 15th it rained. So 12th and 15th, it rained. Therefore it cancels out the cycle of the 3 consecutive days. 16 and 18 it rained, and since that's not 3 consecutive days, that also has to be cancelled. 19, 20, and 21, it did not rain. 21 it rained. So 19 and 20 also be cancelled out, because from both sides, from the beginning and the end, it rained, so that cancels out the 3-day streak. And 22nd, 23rd, 24th, it rained. 25th, 26th, and 27th, it did not rain. So that's one group of 3 consecutive days it did not rain in Montreal for last year's June. And then 28th, 28th it rained. So, but then that's not 3 consecutive days it did not rain. So 29th and 30th, that's 2 consecutive days. So in Montreal, there's only one group of 1 of 10 of groups of 3 of consecutive days it did not rain. So let's go back here. So we started off with Montreal. So Montreal, and like we got over here, there can be 10 groups of consecutive days in June. So there's only one group of 10 in Montreal for last year's June. So 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, or 1/10. Now let's do Toronto. So Toronto. Okay. We just started and it did not rain. So on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of June in Toronto, it did not rain. So that's one group. 4th, since it rained on the 5th, that cancels it out. 6th, it did not rain, but then 5th and 7th it rained, and it cannot do that. So that's not 3 consecutive days. So far we have one group. 8th it rained, 9th it rained, 10th it rained, 11th it did not rain, but then on the 10th and 12th it rained, so, and that's not 3 consecutive days anyways. So 13th it did not rain, 14th it rained, 15th it did not rain, and 16th it rained. So, but that's not 3 consecutive days, and on 14th and 16th it rained. 17, 18, 19 it did not rain, so that's 2 consecutive groups. 20th and 21st it did not rain, but then on 22nd it rained, so that cancels out the 3-day streak. 23rd it rained, so 24th, 25th and 26th it did not rain, so that's third group. 27th and 28th it rained, 29th it did not rain, and 30th it rained. But then due to 20th and 30th it rained, 29th cannot be a 3-day consecutive day part of the group of that. So let's go back to the chart. In Toronto, 3 out of 10 or 3 of 10. That means there are 3 groups of 3 consecutive days it didn't rain in Toronto during last year's June. Now let's do Calgary. Now let's go on there and scroll down there. So for the first 4 days of June in Calgary it rained. 5th, 6th and 7th it did not rain, so that's one group. 8th, 9th and 10th it did not rain, so that's a second group. 11th it did not rain, but then 12th it rained, so that cancels out the streak. So right now we have 2 groups of 3 consecutive days it did not rain, so out of 10, so we have 2 so far. 14th it rained. 15th it did not rain, but then due to 14th and 16th it raining, 15th gets cancelled out. 17th it did not rain. It rained, sorry. 18th it also rained. 19th it also rained. 20th it also rained. 21st it did not rain. It rained, sorry. And 22nd, 23rd, and 24th it did not rain. So that's a third group. And 25th and 26th and 27th it did not rain, so that's a fourth group. And 20th and 29th it did not rain, but 30th it rained, so that cancels out the 3-day streak. So there are 4 out of 10 3 consecutive days it did not rain in Calgary. 3 of 10 or 4 of 10. So 4 out of 10 groups of 3 consecutive days it did not rain in Calgary. So last city we have is Vancouver. And there you go. And so this is Vancouver. And so first and second it did rain. So now let's move on to third. So third, fourth, and fifth it did not rain. So that's first group. 6th, 7th, and 8th it did not rain. So that's the second group. 9th, 10th, and 11th it did not rain. So that's the third group. 12th, 13th, and 14th it did not rain. So that's a fourth group. 15th, 16th, 17th it did not rain. So that's a fifth group. 18th it rained. So let's move on to the 19th. 19th, 20th, and 21st it did not rain. 6th group. 22nd, 23rd, and 24th it did not rain. So that's a 7th group. 25th, 26th, and 27th it did not rain. So that's the 8th group. And 28th, 29th, 30th it did not rain. So that's the 9th group. So 9 of out of 10 groups of 3 consecutive days it did not rain, or 9 of 10. So we're going to add the of. So to conclude, in Montreal, you if you want to have a concert there in June, there's only one choice. In Toronto, there are 3 choices if you want to have a concert for 3 days consecutively. In Calgary, there are 4 choices, and in Vancouver, there are 9 choices. So, if I would be asked to choose a site for a 3-day outdoor concert in June, I would choose Vancouver because Vancouver has the most choices, has the most variety of choices I could choose from to have the 3-day concert. This is very effective because I can choose any 3 days from the fans of that band, or whoever wants to come to the concert can come. However, Montreal, it only has one choice. That is very minimal because one choice, that's from last year. We're not sure about this year. What if in that one choice which we chose from, what if it rains in that year, in those 3 days? On the other hand, Vancouver has 9 choices, so it's guaranteed that at least one of them would work, and at least one group it would not rain in. So therefore, I would choose Vancouver. So thank you and have a very nice day. Bye bye.